Hey, what's going on, YouTube? My family and my friends. Excellent Dreams here, back with another exclusive video for you today. Let's let the intro roll. Okay, so check out this one, y'all. This one is different. This one is DTF with rhinestones on top. Alright, we'll get into that in next week's video, or we'll get into it right now. So what I have is that we're working on today is this image here of SWV and Escape, the queens of R&B, y'all. Now I got this image from my good friend, his name is Malcolm Freeband Shakur. He does t-shirts, he does graphics, he does logos. Malcolm Freeband Shakur. I want to give a shout out to you for providing me with this image that I will rhinestone up today. So to get started, we're going to click on the image. What we want to do first is we want to size the image up to what we want it to be. And right now I have it at 11.888 by 15,289. We're going to make that a little smaller though. Let's go less than 11 and a half. Let's go 11,495. Alright. What we're going to do next is I like to center it to the page. Alright. Now let's copy it. And after we copy it, we're going to paste it. The reason why we're copying it and pasting it is because we're going to use the copy to create our objects, which we will layer our stones in. We're going to use the original as the printout. You see how crispy and how vivid their faces are? We want to keep that. So after we made our copy, we want to I like to use the nudge feature, the nudge object feature, which is located on the edit tab inside of the Design Wizard 5.0 Pro. I'll click on my image and then I nudge it out after I made my copy. Now the nudge feature, I got my nudge set on 15. So when I nudge it out, it pretty much, if I nudge it back, it's going to go right back in the exact same spot. So I like that feature because it's very, very helpful. Next, what we want to do is we want to right click on the image that we copied and nudged over. Let's clip art it. Right click, clip art it. You know, let's turn it to a vector, should I say. I don't know if y'all can see my printer back here. My sublimation printer, Epson 7720, is back there printing out, you know, printing out. Alright, so here we go. This is almost done, y'all. Alright, and that's what we're left with. We're left with this vectorized image over here on the right. So let's hit OK. I like to right click and I like to ungroup all objects. Alright, so now on this image, all we're doing is we're rhinestoning up the text. So to rhinestone up the text, we want to grab all of these text images here. And what I think I want to do is maybe let's go for a 2-color, since the original image is shading down like that. So let's grab this pink here up top. So we want to grab all of this area, which is presumably the pink. And what I like to do is, once I got it, I like to nudge that over. And I like to change the color to see how it fits in there. It's not bad. It's not bad. We probably didn't need this piece here. Or this piece here. Okay. This little corner piece here. Let's see here. What's over here? So I guess that was the corner piece right here to the V. Let's nudge that over. No, it was the other piece. It was to this side. So let's like get this little piece right here. What's this? Is that the piece that we need to go in there? Let's just nudge it over and see. No, that's a separate piece. So I'll leave that like that, and let's move right along. Let's get these bottom pieces here. And I'm just selecting them all by holding shift as I select each one. And now let's right click and combine. We can weld, and then let's nudge it over. Alright. Now actually this little piece right here in the inside, we can go in there and use our remove nodes. So I just double clicked on it, the nodes came up, I'm highlighting the nodes, and I'm just deleting them. Like so. Well, even right here, I can just delete these nodes right here. Let's go ahead and swing this all the way around. Like so. Let's delete all of these nodes, and let's just go ahead and swing this in like so. And let's swing this. Well, let's delete this other node here. Click on that node, and let's just bring this whole line back right here. Probably delete this node too, and then use this one to bring it out a little bit. That looks good. I like to bring it in just a little more, like so. Perfect. Alright, so now we got our blue, and we have our presumably pink up here. So we can go ahead and change that to pink, since we know it's going to be pink, like so. Now for this bottom piece here, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to try to cut it off right here where the pink stops here. So right here in the center, I'm just grabbing, holding shift, and grabbing, holding shift, and clicking, clicking, hold shift. Let's get all of that, and let's right click. Let's combine that together. Let's nudge it over. There go the top piece. Y'all know I like to change colors so I can see it. Now this bottom piece, let's do the exact same thing. Just go through there, selecting these purple and blues. This one was a pretty easy one, y'all. We're just gonna click that as well, and that, so that way we don't have to delete it. It's gonna be already combined in there. You see that? Combine and weld. What's going on right here in this corner? Let's get that piece too. Alright, and let's nudge it over, y'all. Boom. Alright, now this part, all we gotta do is let's choose a color that we can see on that pink. Click on it. Place and fill. We got inside, island, one island, add stones, magic path. I like to keep it at 0.075. Everything else the same, 0.02 on the spacing. I got my fill lines on auto. Let's go ahead and hatch fill this jump. Clear the path, merge overlapping stones. Alright. We got our path right there. We got our rhinestones in there, y'all. But let's fix it. Let's make it a little better. Right. Alright, let me delete all of those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten out this line right here. So that we got the stones in there a little better. Straighten out this line here. Like so. Let's straighten out this one. Like so. Bring it to the front so we can see it. Just straightening out the lines, y'all, so that when we place the stones in there, there we go, that looks better. That definitely looks better. Let's straighten this part out right here. Alright, now let's do a hatch fill. Wait a minute. Right here. Now when we do our hatch fill, y'all, when we clear the paths and merge overlapping stones, they're in there just a little better, you know what I mean? What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this row right here though, and just refill it by using edit. Go to the edit tab, fill between two. Let's remove a stone and clear the paths. Right here, it looks like we can add a row right here by just grabbing those three, dragging them up, and right clicking as you drag them up. Once again, right here, these three looks like we can get another row right here. And I like the curve. How I like to do my curves is I like to place a stone in between two stones and do the same thing on the other side, and then just use my equal spacing tool to equal space those out. Boom. Shift and clear the paths. It looks like we can get an extra stone right here. And everything else looks good. Well, right here. Let's go in there and grab them three. Drag them and place them here. On this one, I like to hold control, drag it over, drag it back the other way, and right click to make a copy, and fill between two. Shift and clear the paths. Alright, moving right along. Let's choose a color of blue. Let's place and fill, hatch fill. That filled in there pretty nicely. No worries about that, except this one right here. We can just add that stone in the middle. Looks like we can get a stone right down here at the bottom. Once again, looks like we can get a stone down here. And now we want to just equal space that row. Looks like we can get a stone between these two. Yep. And now let's curve the bottom of this S like we did the other one. We can start right here for real, because we're going to be sublimating it. I'm going to show y'all a DTF trick too. You know, a lot of people say that rhinestones do not stick on top of DTF, and I want to experiment with that. So I got a DTF printer. We're going to be subbing this and doing DTF. You have to catch that in a later video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, take the time now to subscribe. I at least try to drop a video at least once a week for you guys, just showing y'all how I do my rhinestone templates. Alright, so let's go ahead here. Looks like we can get 1 and 2 right here. Boom. Alright. Looks like we can get 4 on this row right here. Let's go to edit, fill between two. Looks good. Shift and clear the paths. Alright. So now that's the SWV for the top, y'all. That was pretty simple though. If you think that was simple, smash that like button. Leave a comment down below like, Ray, man, that was simple. Let's see if we can get 4 right here. I doubt it, but let's try it. That's kind of tight. Let's go back to our 3. Alright. Moving down to the bottom part for escape. Remember, let's do it like we did it last time. Well, we can. It looks pretty fine to me. Let's see what it looks like. Place and fill. Let's do a hatch fill. Then after the hatch fill, remember you want to clear the objects and then merge overlapping stones. Let it process and do its work. See, there's a lot of gaps in there. See how there's gaps in there? If we go to our wireframe, we can see that, okay, let's go back, because all that blue was not welded. So let's go back again, and let's click on the blue. Let's weld it. I like to weld it a couple times. Now let's do our hatch fill again and watch what happens. See, it fills it up even more. So if you using a hatch fill after combining objects or welding them together, then maybe you just have to weld again. And really what I want to do, y'all, is I want to go back one more time. But I want to change that blue so it's not the same color. Actually, I want to make it yellow. Click off of it, click on yellow, click back on it. Let's do a hatch fill. Making it yellow to match the yellow stones up top that's will presumably be pink. I'm using yellow right now so that I can see them in the design, but of course going on top of this image they will be pink. So let's just change this to pink so we can see the yellow. We got a little bit of work to do in here. I like to delete a whole row if there's a gap in it, and then just use my fill between two. Let's take a stone back. That looks good. Let's do us a curve up here. A small curve. That's cool. Looks like we can fit a line here. I like to Control S, save my work. Let's go in there, grab those three right there. Just drop them here. You can fill this whole line up here. So once again, I like to delete all the ones in between. Grab the ones on the end, do a fill between two, and always, it's not always, but most times it's -1 stone. Let's do our curve right here. Looks like we can get one more stone in there, y'all. After we equal space them, boom. Clear the paths. Alright, moving right along. Let's go in there and grab that bottom of this A here. Now while I still have them selected, I can just drag them three over here and right click and make a copy over here. You know, save a click. Up here, looks like we can definitely get 2 stones. So let's get one right here, another one right here, and 3 actually. One right there. Let's fill that up. Fill it in, fill it in. Alright, we only got a little bit more work to go, y'all. And this rhinestone template is ready to go. So we're going to drag it all the way over here. We're going to drop it in right there. And then we're going to place one right here. And then just, you know, equal space those 3 to make 5. Boom. For that curve. Right here we can delete all of these in between here. Boom. Let's fill between 2. Remove a stone. Right here we can fill between 2. Clear the paths. Let's drag this one down. We're going to curve it into here. I like to always do one in the middle. Follow that curvature. Boom. Alright, we got the P done. We just need to finish off this E and then fix that X at the beginning. Going in there. Let's remove the stone. Drag this one on out. Drag it out, drag it out. Boom. Let's remove a stone. It's looking good. Let's drag that one on out. Fill between 2. Remove a stone. We got this one last row here, y'all. And I just grab those 3. Drag them down, drag them down. Alright, we got that part. Let's fix this X over here. I like to come from outside the image, go in there and just grab them like so, them 3. Boom, right click. Now, I'm not using equal spacing on every line like I normally do. I'm just pretty much eyeballing it, and it looks spectacular. Like, you know what I mean? Looks like we can get 5 right here on this row. Yep. Looks like we can probably squeeze one in on the corner here. Looking good, looking good. Let's do this last part, y'all. We want to change that back to that blue. Yep. Let's do it. Let's weld it. Remember, let's weld it. We had the problem with all the other ones. Place and fill and hatch fill that. Clear the paths, merge overlapping stones. We got a little work to do to make it all complete. And what I'll do is I'll probably just grab this row, drag it down, drag it up just a little bit, grab this row, see, I was able to equal space it after I grabbed it, y'all. Now we're going to drag it up just a little bit, and we're going to place a third row right in the center. Bing bong. Looks like we can squeeze a row in right here. They're going to be tight, but it's going to look alright. Boom. Alright. So after I do that, I like to drag down this guideline to let me know that's where the bottom of my blue will go. So to get in here and get those blues, I mean, I can drag it up from here because there's no objects in there. There's no objects to select. This is just one whole image. So you will have to, you know, put the box around the whole image to select it. So if we go in there with just our mouse, we can go in there and just select them 3. Boom. Let's drag them down to that line, like so. And let's actually go ahead and do it like this. Let's bring down a line for each one, so we know where the placement will go to match up with the other lines. Boom. 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 See? Easy peasy. Well, this one, you will want to equal spacing. So let's go ahead and let's delete all of that in between there. Let's do an edit, fill between 2. Remove 1. And now let's do a fill between 2 this way. Yes. 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 And clear the paths. There we go. See, that's looking good. We already have this dot right here which starts this line. So hold control and just drag it over, y'all. Right click. Hold shift, fill between 2. That looks good to me. You can drop a stone, but let's add it back. Alright. Like I say, let's go in there, grab these 4 here. Bing bong. And let's drag them down to this line. We just gonna use this like so to go ahead and do our rows like this. We're gonna select them 3 and then equal space and add a stone to those 4 rows here on the side. Boom. Alright. Remember, let's grab these 3, drag them down to that line. The guidelines can be very, very helpful, y'all. Trust and believe. Look. Boom. You just drop those in there like so. We got 3 more letters, y'all, and this is done. Looks like we can grab these 4, place them right here, like so. Let's go ahead and curve off. Well, let's fix this C right here, all the way across. Looks like we can get 1 right here. Let's fix this curve. I want to curve it from here. I like to hold control and slide it over till I find that other in between stone place, and then just get it in there. We want it to curve a little bit, so let's place one in the middle, and then equal space, add a stone, add a stone. Alright, moving right along. Alright, so if you're sublimating this, you'll be able to put the rhinestones directly on top of the color, which will give it definitely that two-tone effect with the rhinestones sitting on top of the color. But if you do DTF, and a lot of people say that rhinestones do not stick to DTF, then you'll just have to use the knockout feature underneath the stones to knock out that area so the DTF won't print that part. If that makes sense, please smash that like button. Smash that like button for me. I hope that makes perfect sense to y'all. How we're going to use the knockout feature to knock out the area of the graphic where we will be placing the rhinestones. And we're going to use these objects that we are rhinestoning up to do so to the actual image. See, I just accidentally grabbed the image right there. Let's go ahead and delete all of those because we want this to be on the same line. And actually we can delete those and just go straight across with a fill between two right there. That looks good if you ask me. Grab these three, drag them down to our line, our guideline, and now we can just do our equal spacing here. The X is a little long on that side, so looks like we can get 5 instead of 4, and that's okay. You want it to be filled up. Fill it up, fill it up. Alright, boom. So now we got our rhinestone template, right? We no longer need this over here anymore because we've vectorized the parts that we wanted to rhinestone up in the areas that we wanted to rhinestone them up in. So we no longer need this unless we wanted to go in there and like rhinestone up this little part right here for the speaker. Will stones even fit in there? What I like to do is I like to grab one stone and place it in there and see if it'll fit. And it looks like it'll fit, y'all. So let's rhinestone up that speaker and the one on the other side. No, let's not. Because then I'll be wanting to rhinestone up the handles right here. And that just might be too much. Let's keep it simple. And we got our name, our main part. Like this right here looks like we can get 4 right here on this row. We slide this one over just a smidget. Yep. Alright. Okay. So now we no longer need this part. Let's delete that. All of that. Next we want to take our... Okay, so I like to open up another page. One page is going to be for sublimation and one page is going to be for DTF. So let's do 2 pages actually. We're going to right click, rename the second page sublimation. Boom. And what I like to do is I like to just click on the image. Let's copy. Let's come over here to sublimation, y'all. And let's paste it here. Alright, that's the image. That's the size you want to print it at. You want to print it at 11495 by 14783. 11.495 by 14.783 inches. Alright. Boom. That's the sublimation image. Printed at 11495 by 14783. Alright, for the DTF part, what we want is we want to select the image. Well, let's do it this way. Let's select everything, right click, group objects, group them all. Let's copy with it all grouped together. Go to page 3. On page 3, let's right click. Let's rename that page to DTF print. Let's right click and paste. Okay. And what you want to do is ungroup everything since we grouped it all together. And let's click on one stone and then come up here to select all of the same size. Boom. And let's click back over here into CorelDRAW and delete all of the stones. So we don't want any stones in that image. Okay. Next, what we want to do is we want to take our blue here, hold shift, select this blue as well. Let's combine them together, weld them together. Click on our pink, hold shift, select this pink, right click, combine them together, and then weld them together. Alright. That image looks good like that. I mean, we could print it like that because we're going to be putting the stones on top. But what we want to do now is we want to take these objects here and we want to chop through that image. So let's click on this blue, hold shift, click on the picture, and let's trim it like so. What that did was, now it's white. It should be white up under there, which that's the knockout area. So whatever color the shirt will be, that's the color that will sit right there. Like, you know what I mean? So I would choose a shirt like that primarily has like these colors. That's if you're doing DTF. So let's do the same thing with the pink. Click on the pink, hold shift, click on the picture, let's trim it out of there. Now if we nudge all of this to the side, you will see what happened right here. It didn't nudge it, it didn't get it all out of there. Everything else, it worked, but that V right here did not get it all out of there. So what I'll do is let's use our Smart Fill tool. Let's just click on this V like this. We're gonna weld that part together, nudge it back over, and then let's see if we can hold shift, click on it, and then try to trim it out again. It did not do it. Alright, let's try to just use that one piece then. So let's go back. Let's not weld it together. We only want this one piece. Let's nudge that over, hold shift, click on the picture, see if that one piece will get it. It still didn't do it. Okay, that's weird, y'all. So let's see here. Let's see if I can click on it and just go in there with a fine hand. Okay, that does it. So let me turn this down a little bit, work with a smaller tool. I gotta remember it's gonna be rhinestones over to that part, so won't even see it for real. Alright. Let's try to get that a little better. Let's go with the square shape. Oh, be lit if I could turn it. lit if I can turn it. Alright, we're gonna just leave it like that, y'all. Okay, so we got it knocked out. So if we were to wireframe it, as you can see, it's going to print all of this area, and it's going to leave that area knocked out. It's not going to print that area so that you can place your stones there. Let's show it on the mock-up. Let's choose a burnout shirt. Let's go back here to page 1. Boom. Well, no. Let's just grab all of the stones. Gotta ungroup it all, y'all. Let's grab all of the stones. Right click and copy. Because now we're going to place them on that DTF image, just so that I can show you what it will look like if you printed this out on a black shirt using the knockout feature. So let's right click over here, let's paste the stones. Get CorelDRAW time to work its magic, y'all. I copied and pasted a lot of stones. I should have copied them, grouped them and then copied them and then pasted them and then ungrouped them. That seems to work a lot faster. But here we have it. Let's do simulate stones. Let's do us a mock-up real quick, y'all. Oh. Yeah, we still got the image inside of this square. So what I like to do is use a quick method for that. Is I like to click on the image. Let's export it. No. Okay, I know where it's at. Okay, I know what to do. Had a brain freeze there for a second, y'all. Alright, so what you want to do is come over here to Google. Let's go to our remove background. And I know it's in one of these downloads. Is it this? There it is. See, but then it took the... I wish you can have like a percentage of what you want to take off. Alright, let's try it again. Because it took too much out, y'all. Look at all of that. Took all of that out. We didn't want all of that out. So that's not going to work. Let's go back to our CorelDRAW. Let's click on the image, and it used to be that I could edit that bitmap. See, it don't even let me go into edit my bitmap anymore. And that's crazy. So, alright, let me see here. Because it's because of all of the shading and stuff in the background here. See, I used to be able to go in and edit the bitmap and click on that white area, and then it would take all of that away. Looks like I got some more training to do for myself, y'all. Just going in here to seeing some stuff. go back to the mock-up. Let me see here. Hold on. Oh, you can break the bitmap apart. My zoom is so sensitive, y'all. Alright, let's see here. Right click. It don't even let you edit this bitmap. Okay, y'all. Looks like I will have to do that by hand. Ooh. Man, I can go in there and put a trace on that, but I do not feel like it. Let me think. But I wanted y'all to see. Oh, I know what I can do. I got it. Alright, so we still need that. Let me make my screen 100. That way we can nudge this over to the side a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta think outside the box, y'all. So we're gonna create another copy. We're gonna paste it. After we create our copy, we're gonna paste it. We're gonna nudge it over to the left. Then we're going to come up here to our effects, and let's see here. Color balance. Oh, see, that's just gonna make the whole thing. That's not. Oh, there we go. Go to our image adjustment lab. Yeah. Here we go. We're going to turn down our brightness. There we go. And our contrast. There we go. Our highlights. Our shadows. Our midtones. Saturation, the tint, the temperature. We just turned all of that down. Let's hit OK. We're left with this, right? We nudge it back over. We send it to the back. It's not bad. That's that cut. Alright. Let's nudge it back over. What I like to do is do like a 10 on the contour spacing. Do a outside. See, and it gives us that, right? We're going to take this. We're going to hold shift and am I doing it right? Let me think. Yeah. I'm going to take this, hold shift, select that, and let's trim it. Boom. No, wrong way. Click on this, hold this, and trim that. Oh, nope. Let's go back. You want to click on this, right click, and you want to outline, trace, clip art that. Boom, then you left with that. Let's hit OK. Let's ungroup all objects. Let's go in there and get these little bits and pieces. Get them all. Delete. Boom, like so. Now, we can take this and trim out our object. Boom. We no longer need this anymore. Let's edit and let's nudge it over. Right? We have it like that. Let's hold shift, click on the picture, and let's trim it. Alright, so now we're left with a trim on it like that. And actually, alright, so I got it trimmed how I want it, right? That was the wrong one. I did it for the sublimation print, which is cool because it still looks good and it's still going to print out on the sublimation. So let's go over here to our DTF print. Let's delete it here. Control V and paste it. There we go. Let's send it to the back. Now let's do our mock-up. You'll get a better example of how it will look on the shirt. Especially if we put it on a black shirt. I know that was a jagged cut job, y'all, but I could have took a little more time and went in there and actually traced it a little better. But y'all get what I'm saying. All right. Now what we want to do is, oh, we didn't cut it out here. So let's go back. You gotta make sure you follow all of the steps, y'all. So it was over on the sublimation image. Let's copy this, move it over here to the DTF print. Let's paste it here. Alright. Let's move these stones for right now. Grab them all, edit, nudge them over. Grab all of that, nudge that over, nudge it over again. And let's, okay. Let's trim that out. Let's trim that out. And we don't need them anymore. Remember, we had to go in there with our eraser tool. Let's change it. From off the eraser to the round. Make this a little smaller. Alright. Boom. Now we got it knocked out, right? Let's move the stones back in. nudge them back in. We don't need this mock-up anymore. Alright, now let's do our mock-up. Let's show you what's going on. I had to fix some things, y'all. Alright, so the shirt is black, right? The area up under the stones will be black as well. So the shirt is black. The area up underneath the stones will be black as well. Let's go in here. Let's select all of those. And what was the original color? Well, let's group them all together first. We can make them pink now. Let's grab all of these. Let's group them together. Let's make those clear. Just to see how it's going to look, y'all. See, that doesn't look bad at all. Especially when you add in the little bling. But if you ask me, this image definitely will look better sublimated onto polyester shirt. That way you got the color underneath the stones. That way you got the gradient still in there up under the lettering. But it looks good if you ask me. I would go in there with a better cut job and actually like trim up to the lettering, you know, trim up to the speakers, and then probably just trim up here to the handle and get all of this shading and stuff out and just let it be the speakers, you know what I mean? But if you're liking this video, once again, smash this like button. If you think anyone else may enjoy the video or may enjoy this content, then feel free to share this video with someone, you know, who may want to learn rhinestones, or someone that may have had an interest in doing rhinestones. This is Xcellent Dreamz, y'all. And I'm out.